Welcome back. All right, thank you guys for joining me. As you can see, we got a little bit of we sprung for the big stuff this week. We got real sketch paper. Moonlit visions. All right, tonight we're going to try to target Cosmos 482 and see where it could potentially land. And we will see in a couple days if my prediction's right. I'll try to meditate and focus on that satellite and the places on Earth that it might go to. In the past, I've been pretty accurate on describing points of the Earth that people had selected or what they were viewing. But now let's see if I can view a satellite and what it's viewing and where it's going. It'll be a interesting thing here. So let's get into a meditative stance or state. Thank you all for being here. I'll try not to waste your time. The music has been a bit of a distraction in the last couple of videos, but I think I was just having like abstract, arbitrary targets that didn't go anywhere. Now this, I'm trying to use this target as something that can actually be verifiable and falsifiable if I get it wrong. And let me think about it. Okay. I'm seeing a sunrise. Dark space above. The yellowish glow of the sun. In a direction that way. So the sun is... So if the Earth were like this, we're going that way. Is where I'm at right now. And the sun's coming up here. A lot of water below, but there is land. The problem with this is that there is a huge amount of land. It's literally the middle of the Earth. The middle of the land mass. I think it's going to hit land. I don't know if it's going to hit a populated area. There's a lot of wilderness. I'm seeing green. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing green here and like reddish layer here. And then it gradually... So green here, reddish here, and then it gets darker, so there'll be like... It's not going to hit green area. But it's also not going to hit blue area. I think it's going to hit the land. Red land. Red. Clay? What? Red land, where the Russians are? I don't know. Red land. South of green. Red land. So if I were seeing like Africa, for instance, like if it were like that shape, and this part was like green, or I'm sorry, no, this is desert. There's like a green area here, and then there's like a red area. And it goes that way. And it hits. And it'll be a crash. And it survives. All of it survives. It doesn't burn up in the atmosphere. It survives. And crashes onto red land. I'm trying to see if it's like beach or like you're saying rocks. It's dirt. It's ground. It's not water. I'm just seeing a line, like a line that goes from left to right, and then it hits. It hits an eastern coast. Away from the beach, heading towards the beach. It almost makes it. It almost makes it to the water. Trying to see, like, the drop off is like, it's like that, and then it just sort of like drops. And I was at first when I'm with it, I see it from this angle going that way, and then when I think of the crash, I think of it as if like I'm looking at like a line where it's cruising, and then it drastically drops. Let me focus on that line a little bit more. There's mountains. I'm seeing mountains now. A mountain range. People are obviously going to want to go and find it, but it's going to be hard to retrieve the crash site because it's going to be in a very hard to get area. So that sort of tells me that humans really aren't in danger. It's going to be in a very secluded area. I'm seeing white mountains over red land. And so when I see it crash, it's from like a side view, but when I'm with it thinking about where it's going to be, I'm this view. So if there's white here and green here and red here, it's somewhere in between these, or in these. Red land, which feels like it's going to be in like Siberia, like Russia, like the Reds, you know. I'm getting more of that. But when I first started focusing in on it, it was like if you see a map, it shows, you know, you got your green areas, and it kind of goes into like reddish, like deserty type, and it gets a little more whiter, like desert area, and then it turns green again. It's in the red section of that, of what you're looking of that. And it's going to be almost hitting the water, but it does not quite. It does not make it. But it's still in like a secluded no man's land area with mountains. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing like peaks, like, and a lot of them. And I mean like the whole area that I'm seeing, it's like just mountain range, but with white peaks and clouds, a lot of clouds. So below that, all right, okay. Let me focus a little bit more on the line again. It wouldn't surprise me if they actually get like something up in the air to fly with it a little bit before it crashes to see where it goes. Like I'm seeing kind of like contrails as it's like another plane, like a plane or something else is flying with it as it's coming in. A red streak, maybe red. Lots of reds, lots of blues, lots of greens, lots of white. The white with the mountain and clouds. And I know I'm throwing analytical overlays all over this, but this is the target. We know the target that we're looking at. So I mean, I have some front loading. I have all of the things against me. But I will make this prediction, and you can say, nope, you were wrong, Moon. You were wrong. Eat your hat. And I'll do it. But I think we're dealing with something that is going to land on the ground in a secluded area, either over Africa or Russia. I don't know. That's and I don't know, I'm feeling like there's like China, like red mountains, and something gets up in the air and flies with it. something flies with it, like stuff flying up or like planes. Yes, like not like something's trying to shoot it down, but like planes, like something gets up in the air and starts flying with it as it comes in. Like it's almost like it's guiding it in. Maybe it is some sort of plane that goes up to, and this is just speculation purely, as if it's watching it. It's like, okay, let it land or shoot it down if it's going to hit Moscow or Beijing. This is the true test of Earth's Space Invaders program. Let me get a clear sheet here. The line that I'm seeing it's sort of obscured. Okay. I want to see if I can get a line on it. So like lots of mountains. Like when I'm with it that way, flying that way, water way out here, mountains here. Off to this direction is that red land that way. Just from here, from side to side of my view, I see mountains flying with it, and then another flying thing comes up on its, if it were flying this way, it's the right side. I think that's the best I can do. Okay, if you give me just a second, I'm sorry if there's dead air, I apologize, but I'm trying to focus in on the object itself, not just the landscape and the prediction. I want to see what it's on fire. The day. Let's try to focus on the day that it comes down. It's going to happen in daytime. There will be video all over the place of it coming in with red streaks and on fire. People are saying it's going to happen on the day, but it is late. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's either late where I'm hearing them talk about it, or it's late as in it should have been here, but it's not. All right, I'm getting an arch. And then so there's the point. I don't know what that means. I just saw it in my mind, so I drew it. We'll tell in a couple days. I see an arch and then it's weird because I can't see the angle of this. Like the other images I could see, it's definitely left to right or it's front to, it's going that way. But this image I'm seeing is an arch with this happening and then this point here happening. So whatever that comes to be, and then like some sort of wispy This, when I'm drawing this on the paper, it's like there's some sort of wispiness here. Like high up in the air clouds. Wispy. Going that way, but then the arch is here, and then another point of angle, and then a point. A specific spot. So like an X marks the spot kind of place. In the mountains. It will be hard to get to this thing. Now I see a dark triangle here. Dark triangle from the right pointing to the left. Another X, like the same X as this one. See it again. But this one's more X, no arch. And then I see an X with an arch over it. Definitely like maybe like an X in the mountains. Like if I see like something like that where two mountains sort of like a valley and then there's an X in between those two mountains that sort of like one's in the background and one's in the foreground, and then there's an X that forms, and I don't know if that's where it lands. But there's like an X with an arch over it and then like two chevron shapes with a point. Okay, next page, because I see something. I see a plateau, like a cliff. I see a cliff, a flat part, and then like this. And there was like some sort of line over here, but now I've lost it. Now it's kind of like turning into a little arch like that. The X keeps moving. So it's like any little tumble or any sort of target that you could point, any random motion that's happening with it. It's like moving the X and the dot everywhere, but it's going to be in a mountainous area close relatively to a large body of water in the mountains north of red land or desert or red, like let me try to feel the soil of it. It's not sand. It's definitely like mud. Like you could grab it and like it flakes off of the like it's been dried, but it's been wet before, but now it's dry. And when you grab it, it sort of flakes off of the ground. And I'm seeing the mountain X again. The two peaks with an X and a dot. The point between the two mountain peaks. That point is important. Oh wow, I'm literally getting an arrow like this. It's like okay, I need to draw that better. It's an arrow like that. It's weird because like the arrow is one line, so you have this. Or no. So I want to draw it that way because I'm left-handed, but no, it's like that. Like someone drew a fancy arrow. And that arrow is being drawn on yellow legal paper. I don't know why. I'm just seeing that. And I'm still seeing these peaks where two points, X in the middle with a dot. And then I'm also seeing this plateau. It's very like Grand Canyon-y looking with like flaky red dirt. Like it's been rained on for months and now it's drying out and it's sort of still got some moisture in the soil, but it's dry enough to where if you grabbed it, it would come up off of the ground and sort of flake off of your hand. This mountain, for whatever it's worth, this mountain or this peak is bigger than this peak. The one in the foreground is taller than that one. And then there's another one that's forming another mountain that's forming over here that's smaller yet. Or well, it's bigger than this one, but it's smaller than that one. And it has like a shape like that where it goes up high and then it sort of comes off. Up high, comes off. And they're very profound. They're very peaky, pointy mountains. Lots of them, just everywhere. But the ones that are popping out at me where there's an arch, a dot, big peak, small peak, valley in the middle. North of red dirt, red land, mountains, water off in this direction. And it almost, so wherever the mountains touch the sea or wherever mountain biome reaches water biome, and there's into the south, there's like a red desert or a red area. And a lot of people see it. And they want to capture and they want to recover it. But it's going to be really hard to do that. Because of where it lands. And all of it lands. It crashes to the earth. All of it makes it to the earth. Or is, it's going to catch on fire because it's tumbling in, and every tumble and rotation that happens, it changes where the target is, but I keep seeing mountain peak with a black, with like a dot in the middle of it. So it'll land between two mountains. Even though, it's weird to describe that right now, as it sits, the target is jumping all over the place, but the finalized location will be two peaks. Like, this left peak is so much bigger than this one. All right, now I'm seeing like a black, like where probably the landing zone. I'm seeing charred black. And it makes a crater. It gets messed up, but I mean, it's crazy because like it's still, you can tell that it is a chunk of metal and satellite in this crater. All right, let's draw the crater. I can see it. So it's like that, smoking out. And then it's so cartoonishly classic. It's sticking out like that. Crater. And then, ooh, whoa. Okay, there's something here. I don't know what this is. Dark shape with right angles, or a right angle. A dark shape with a right angle. Like a cube or a building. It's not a building. I can't see any building. I'm trying to look. So it's got like cube, like it's off. Some of the stuff is off farther than I can see. But I see a dark image of a shape, cube shape here. Yeah, it's sort of kind of juts out like that. Like, it almost has like a 45-degree angle on it too. Let's see what else comes out of this. And then there's like a sphere here with things like this going that way. And then other parts of it like that. Short arches, longer arches going in another angle of this black orb on this dark object with right angles. It's now I'm just getting this like dark sphere with like this kind of stuff coming off of it, like this sort of motion, but it's going away. It's off of it in a way. So far we have will hit land, seeing green, then reddish layer. Next going to hit green or blue, it's not going to hit green or blue. It's going to hit north of red in mountains. I'm kind of sweaty from it all now. It's just, trying to. Okay, I'm getting more from this dark image with the. It has like pillars or. There's like supports on this figure, this structure, or this object, and it feels big cube, big right angles, rectangles, tall, on the right side of the crater. Why, I don't know. Now I can kind of see a wispy grass, wispy field off south of the mountain range. So now I'm seeing the mountain range. So like if I were in the red land looking to the north where the mountains are, I'm in this like wispy grassy field looking over where it lands. I don't see any like smoke or anything, but I know it's over there. Maybe that's where the expedition to go find the crash site starts. Seeing a lot of arches. I'm getting a little dizzy because I keep looking back up and then going back to it. Yeah, I'm getting a little like it's like dizzy. Like I see arches, I see dark objects, big structures, big objects with right angles, and then some with like I can see the three-dimensional part of it. I'm seeing tracked vehicles. Tracked vehicles. I see the tracks. I know those. Vehicles with treads. Two of them. Two treaded vehicles going towards the mountain. So this is somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in a snowy biome. Tracked vehicles heading north to the mountains, north of red land. Red clay dirt, muddy. Oh, okay. Now I see a very small or distant black rectangle with bright rectangle over it. And then, so maybe this is a part of that because now I see that bigger dark rectangle structure over it. this was here first, and then this was there. Thing is I haven't even really seen the satellite that much. I'm like as the viewpoint of the satellite. But really, I feel like I haven't even given that much view of the satellite. I just see sun rising, Earth, high clouds, and then it sort of flashes to a side view of it just cruising along, and then boom, just drops. And I'm just for that one moment, I saw something else flying next to it for a second or so, a little bit, and then that's out of the picture entirely. And yeah, I mean, it has like classic like re-entry flames coming off of it. People are going to get a lot of we're going to see a lot of shots of that, of the like a meteor flare coming off of this satellite coming into the atmosphere. But it survives and hits the ground and makes a crater. Okay, now I'm seeing a overhead view of the area that it lands. It's snow. So like if it were like this, if this were, there's going to be central crater crash site, and then I'm seeing like snow-covered trees all around. Alpines. And it lands, like it comes in from this angle here. I see the dark structure with right angles. There's a lighter like rectangle inside of it, and then another smaller rectangle inside of that. Whew. Okay, now I'm seeing a taller, lighter rectangle here. That is because it's like these frames within frames within frames within frames. Lighter frame. And they're at like a cockeyed angle. So it's not up and down like that. It's like that. Frame. And they either fade out over here, or they don't, or they're sort of like an overhang of something. And then I see a like oval circle image on a flat plane that way. I think I'm watching the re-entry. Very flamey. AI's got some thoughts on this one so far, at least. Waiting till session is over. Okay, we'll see what the deets are. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was just the Okay, now wait. I see this long, it's like very pronounced black line going from this way. That might be like literally. Okay, now it's more black lines. More black lines. And they're like like a clock hand going this way though. Like ticking back. Frames. White right angles over a black structure. Or not structure, an object, a right dark object with right angles. I guess we'll see in a couple of days. And the thing is that it's going to be late. That's why they're going to get such great shots of it, because they're already going to be set up to see it, and it lands later than what they think it will. So they're going to be sitting there expecting it to land or be in that spot, and then where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like, maybe that's the ticking that I'm seeing. Like, time is ticking. We're waiting for this thing to come, and it doesn't. And then it does. But it arrives late. Yeah. I think I'm just beating a dead horse if I'm still seeing the same kind of I mean, there's no intent. The thing is, it's going to happen. It's not it's just a matter of where. And my prediction, and we'll see in a couple days, it is going to land on the land right before the ocean. And this could be hundreds of miles. I'm seeing this from like a scale of planetary above. But the like geological formations are red dirt to the south, blue off to the east, mountains to the north, and it lands in the mountains, and they have trouble getting to it because of the terrain being so bad. And there's some sort of, I don't know if that's equipment they're taking with them or whatever. It's like black right angles with frames over it. And that's my prediction. We'll see in a couple days. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm totally fine with admitting that I was totally talking out of my ass, because, again, I don't really know what I'm doing. Every day I go back and I look at what I've done and I go, okay, you did something wrong there. Okay, that's not how they do it. But, I'm trying to have fun with it. I think the clean white paper is helping a lot with, like, camera. And I'm thinking, like, production value. And then I fixed my microphone. We're adding some music. We're getting there. So at sunset, no, I don't think it will be sunset, Anu. I think it will be it'll be daybreak. It'll be more morning hours. Actually, I do not think it will come in at sunset. It will be broad daylight, early morning. Not early morning, but it's when it starts to crash, it's morning. It will be coming over the horizon of the earth, and the sun will rise. as it's heading east. And the sun will be rising up, and then by the time it actually crashes to the ground, it will be it will be daytime. Now, how long it takes to get to it, it might be another day or 2 days. And that might be the it was late kind of thing, because it takes so long to get to the crash site. That is my prediction. Yes, daybreak, sunrise. For it, that's what I'm seeing. But here on Earth, as we're watching it, it may be early afternoon or whatever for us. And it could be in the middle of the night for us here in the States. I'm getting more of like a China, Russia, west side of the Pacific Ocean feel. The thing that's getting me is those dark structures or objects with the frames. And then this thing here where it's like tick, 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 but it's going back. It's like going backward in time or something. I'm seeing like these dark, like a clock, like a second hand going like that, but it's like overlaid on top of the scene that I'm seeing, and it keeps flashing between up top view and side view, looking to the north. And then the one side view I saw was kind of like an angle like that where we were heading east. And then it's like heading east, and then it just, boom, it just drops so drastically. It's like something just comes up and grabs it and pulls it down. Which, obviously gravity is going to do that. But it's weird how you would think that it would just kind of like how a plane lands, it just kind of like slowly glides down. But it'll be something where it's like, it's gliding, but then all of a sudden it just plop, drops, like it tumbles to a angle to where it sort of loses all of its aerodynamics and then just sort of falls at a sharper angle. And yeah, I think that's the prediction. I think I'm going to stop the YouTube, and we can hang out in chat for a little bit if you want to talk about it and discuss that. And again, the YouTube video will be up to go back and look at to see if any of these predictions that I've made are accurate of any kind. Maybe nope, it was completely wrong, it fell in the ocean, and I'll just be done. But this will be proof that I made some sort of view and predicted that it will do what I said in this video here. So I'm gonna stop that stream right now, say goodbye to the YouTube viewers. I appreciate you all, and we'll catch you in the next video. And next weekend we'll do another remote viewing. I'll try to find some target that we can verify, and go from there. Appreciate it. Thank you.